Day 5 in Haiti. It's our last official day, and again, an incredible day, long day, tiring day. You can tell again that I'm doing this very late, but I want to remember some of the things that occurred today. So this is my journal, my vlog of my trip. Today we had an amazing staff meeting, and it was really helpful to identify really the structural aspect in detail a little bit more than we did the other day. So today we reallocated positions of employees. It was kind of an emotional day because we kind of fired them, but at the same time put them in places that they're going to thrive. So that was interesting morning. This afternoon we went to Days for Girls class. I had the best feeling today because my interpreter and Leon, so Landy and Leon, have been teaching this class with me probably 6 or 8 times, maybe, I don't know, quite a few. And I was able to turn the reins over completely to them. So I said, instead of interpreting, how do you feel about teaching? And they nailed it. They did so well. We had 77 people show up thanks to my new employee. Her name is Denicia. And she and her husband show up. They've gone beyond the call of duty. They are the best employees so far that I've seen. And I'm excited to see what the next trial couple months work out for them and how that works. Because, oh my gosh, they are really involved in the community and so sharp. And they showed up to the Days for Girl. They invited 65 families yesterday, and we had 77 people show up. We had 14 men. We're combining the men and the women in this class, and it's maybe pushing some boundaries culturally, but I'm going by the suggestion of those who are helping me, and it worked out. It was great. It's helping them to feel like they're communicating with themselves and their children, as well as thinking about their future, and that they're telling me that they love it and that they feel very empowered. So we gave them a Days for Girls kit, we gave them a fertility bracelet, and we gave them a Clary Calm, and gave them some education today. So that was amazing. I was so excited. I felt like a parent who had this child who's gone on and done such amazing things. So it's wonderful to see how they are taking charge. My job is to make myself obsolete, to get this program started and then turn it over to the Haitian people who live in this community. So Denicia is taking over all the oils. We had an oil training for all of the employees this morning. That was the first time I was able to get everybody trained at the same time, as far as what are the top oils and how do we use them and what they're for, and they love that. And then I put together a little kit with each of the main oils for each employee. So it's my goal to be able to have a family physician type kit with a first aid for every employee that comes on board, as well as each of our sponsored families. That was fun. Days for Girl was great, and really the challenge for me today, I would say, amongst just the dailies, is Molina. Her cancer has completely spread. The hole in her chest is, I don't even know, it's just huge, open gaping wound, and now it's all the way underneath her armpit, all the way over where her incision from her breast removal was, and new pustules all over. And so to say that that was the most challenging thing I've done thus far would be an understatement. I love this woman. I have never seen this woman complain. I've never seen her do anything but have a smile on her face. She's beautiful, she's kind, she's a good mother. I want to remember this moment because she's taught me so much about grace, about dignity, about the true meaning of life. She has these 3 children under the age of 10, and she knows she's dying, and we do too. And those words weren't said. There can be miracles, all those things, but I know that as soon as we leave, she doesn't have any care. We've sent her to the doctor 7 times. 7 times. And we have no lab work. She had labs, she had tests, but we don't have any documentation. We have nowhere to go. She has nothing that this system here can provide for her for relief. And I know that there's not an oil that's going to help this woman other than maybe create a state of peace within her. But she's doing that all on her own. And again, as I've watched her, she never complains. So we had some donations this time of bandages and things that are perfect for this open wound. It's so large. And she keeps this cloth on it. And she was so grateful for us to put the oils on there and to put the bandage so she could be a little more comfortable without this big wad of dirty fabric that she uses daily. When I was done, I asked her, is there anything that we can do for you? She can hardly walk now. She can barely move. It's so painful for her. So we're going to bring her a brace for her leg tomorrow, and we're going to bring her some more bandages. When I asked her what we could do for her, she said, with her little lip quivering, but a smile in her eyes and the pain shining through now, she said, my husband left me when I got sick, and I don't know where he is. Could you please pray for him that he is okay? Wow, that was powerful. And she wanted to know that her children would be okay, and we promised her, because we have a sponsor for this family. We are building them a home. And I told her that from this moment forward, her children will be taken care of. And that is my commitment. That is my personal commitment. I love this woman. I love this family. My heart is broken. I am angry that anybody has to live this way, especially when we're trying to get her help and I can't find it here. I would have to get a health visa and get arrangements and take her away from her family in the last critical days of her life in order to provide some type of comfort. And that hurts. And I don't want to leave her. And yet I know that I must. I'm grateful she's in hands of people who care and love her. And I asked her if we could pray for her. And I shared that moment with her and some of our volunteers tonight. Our interpreter, Haitian man, Leon, couldn't even get the words out of his mouth. It was that just potent and touching. And I prayed that God would support her and he would give her peace, peace of mind, peace of heart, peace in body. And just envelop that family and her children. This is why I do what I do. And we've coined a new phrase this time, and it's called You Are the Day. And the day that the last trip where Alex and Jose Carlos and Rafael sponsored that family together, they were the day that we could then step in and create this umbrella to take care of this family. And every single day, we are the day. Our youth, when we went to the tent family in Jacmel, they were the day that day. And it's my commitment to life to be the day every day for someone. And I invite you to do the same, to be the day. We are the day. Now is the moment. And tonight for Malena, that she could know that her children are safe, that they will be provided for, that they will have school. They will not have their mother and they don't have a father. But she's leaving them with a legacy of courage, a legacy of hope, a legacy of love beyond anything I have ever witnessed, of forgiveness. What a beautiful and pure, loving woman this is. She's someone that could be my best friend. And what was amazing when I asked her after we prayed together, and I asked her what we could do, she said, I feel very lazy. I just sit here all day and yet I can't move, I can't get up. She said, I would like to do something. And I said, what would you like to do? She said, I want to sell something. I can't get up and go to the market. I used to do that with our chocolate. They make chocolate there, like for hot chocolate and things like that. And she said, if I had some things that I could sell, people could come and buy them from me. Unbelievable. She's in the state she is where she literally cannot walk anymore. Her left side and her entire left arm is now swollen, which tells me so much about the circulatory system, the lymphatic system that is completely gone from this whole breast tissue and underarm area. She wants to do something productive, and I think it's the best thing she could ever want to do. So we have a lot of the things that were brought. We have some toys and some games. We have some babies' clothes that are in brand new condition. Some of them still have tags on it. We have some shoes. We have some clothing. And we're going to split it up between her and Mrs. Rosemont to be able to sell at the market in her home, so that she can feel like she still has a purpose. And who knows what that purpose will do for her. Who knows? It might give her a new lease on life. I believe health starts with the mindset. And this woman, if anybody could heal, it is her. And I will go out of my way to find more sponsorship for her to provide what she needs. And that touched my heart. That was really amazing today. And we went over and we looked at Jean's house, her brother-in-law, that he built his house mostly, and we put a roof and some flooring and finished up his house for him. He's got squash growing up and kind of trustled up into the tree. There's mangoes right there. He planted a whole myriad of trees. There's beautiful flowers and plants. It's gated. He's done a beautiful job. He's expanded his responsibilities and the things that he's doing as a cab driver to provide for his family. And then I asked if we could go to the property that we're acquiring to build a guest house on. And so we drove, just myself and one of our staff. His name is Wendy. And it was really a neat opportunity for me to get to know him. He showed me where he lived. He talked to me about his dreams and his hopes, that he went to school to learn how to drive a car, and we paid for him to go to English school, which he still has a year left. He still has 2 years left of high school. And I asked him, if you could do anything, what would you do? And he said, I want to go to school to be an agronomist. He wants to work with landscape design, kind of a manager over animal husbandry and that field. And it was amazing to me that you plant a seed and you put a space there, and then it gets filled in, because that's one of the jobs that we created today as the founders and the directors of this program. So what we said is, how does this fit in with animal husbandry? And we took the case managers who weren't suited for case management, and now 2 of them said the same thing, that they wanted to be agronomists. And we have them working now with our agronomist. So unbelievable day in that way, touching hearts, learning to communicate, our employees feeling heard, us learning more about what they want and what they desire in life. I'm well pleased with today. It was a hard day. My heart is so full from my special friend. And I want her to be here when I come back again. And I don't know if I'll see her. But I'm so grateful to know that there is something beyond this life, and she feels that, and she has faith in that. And that is what keeps her heart pure and her spirits high, even in the depths of her pain. Hades taught me so much. Sharing this experience with my son. He asked Andis, our founder and CEO, tonight, he said, who do you think will take over your legacy? Who is it going to be that stands up to be the day? Is it you? Is it me? Think about that. What is your legacy? Every night when we come as volunteers, we circle up and everybody gets to share how we feel. Sometimes it takes about an hour as everybody express their feelings. It's a good time for us to manage and to take a pulse of where our volunteers are. And it's been so amazing every night to see where they've come. 100% of the people on every single trip that we've come on have come on as donors and sponsors. And they have fallen in love with their people. I have enjoyed so much watching them bond with the people that they're going to stay connected to and support through their schooling, through the needs of their family. It's been a blessing, and I'm grateful for the job that I have in this. My job that I don't get paid for, that I volunteer and spend all my own expenses, is worth every second. It's worth every second.